everybody, welcome to tonight's episode of Travel with Rick.
We've traveled so much, it's now nighttime.
It's now the evening, and what a great evening it is out here, right?
Oh man, the breeze is blowing, there's no sun. Which
Yeah.
we do like the sun,
It's
but
finally
hey,
cooled
it's
off.
nice to cool off, right?
It's finally cooled off a little bit. We're hanging out here. We found a great spot in Canada to go over some Canadian food, right?
Absolutely.
Nice.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah. So, Ken, do
Rick.
you know what today is?
What is today?
Today is 31 days of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. You know, we have made it all the way through this marketplace book. This is our passport. This is our guide to everything food and wine.
That is a passport around the world.
Right. And 31 days ago, Ken, we started out there with craft beers. Imagine a beer booth, right?
Imagine that,
Leslie
right.
and Amanda helped me out with that
Okay,
one. They
good.
kicked that one
Yep,
off.
they did.
And we are here in Canada, and we've got two of the signature dishes of this whole festival
We
that
do.
you know that come out every year, and I just love them.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to Canada.
Let's just, acknowledge the elephant in the room. The
Cheddar cheese soup.
the soup, the cheddar cheese soup.
I'm glad it cooled off. Because eating this in 100-degree weather might have been tough.
Yes,
Might have
exactly.
been tough. It's going to be tough enough now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
So
not
anyway,
tough.
how many gallons did you say they go through?
I heard that they do 40,000 plus servings of this a festival.
That is crazy.
It's nuts, right?
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of
cheese.
soup, baby. That's a lot of cheese.
And it comes with a pretzel. With a
There
pretzel
you
bun.
go. There you
Because it's good with anything.
Yeah, and we've got this signature pairing here. Tell them about the pairings real quick, Ken, how that works. I know we've done it all festival long.
Right. So the pairings are set up by the sommeliers here at Disney and Epcot, as well as the chefs that are here creating the great food, and they're really designed to marry great wine with great food, because something really magical happens when that occurs. When you have for example, you have a great steak, which we're going to experience in just a moment. You have a great wine. When those are paired perfectly and have that perfect pairing, you really create a whole new flavor palette, a flavor sensation on your palate. Right? It is really remarkable what happens. If you've never experienced it, you have to try it. If you have, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then I'm preaching to the choir, and I hope I am, because you really should give it a try.
Right.
Because it really does change the way that you enjoy food, especially on that scale. So
Yeah. I mean, basically, it just comes down to that if you're not having wine with your food, you're probably missing out. You're missing out on something, you know? I mean, now, we're not here pushing.
No.
I have no dog in this fight, but I just want you to realize how great it is to pair a really good wine, and not always really good wine doesn't mean really expensive wine.
No, absolutely.
You can take a great Italian wine, a great Italian table wine, for example.
Yes.
A simple Chianti like we had, well, I don't know how simple that was, but a simple Chianti like we had with the or the chicken parm over in Italy.
Yeah.
What
they would call in Italy as the house wine.
Yeah.
Right? It's a house wine, and you go, this is unbelievable, the way that it pairs with the food that you're eating.
Yeah.
But you're right, as Rick said, it does not have to be expensive, so don't think that this endeavor has to really break the bank.
No, you don't have to spend $100. You don't even have to spend $50 or even $20.
You can get a
below
great
$20.
You can get a great $10 bottle of wine and pair it with a nice steak on the grill.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in heaven.
Life's good.
Life is good. Throw some mushrooms in there if you're into that, because I am.
And speaking of Rhino wine gear, Ken, which is your thing, and I want to talk more about that. But let's talk about decanting just for a second.
Yeah.
So if we take a simple red wine, let's just say $10, $12, $15 bottle of red wine, or is it going to improve if we decant it?
Yes.
I've always heard that it would.
Yeah.
Just so we get some more air in there, it's going to open it up, right?
Exactly. The whole point of decanting is to allow more air, more surface area for the wine to be exposed to the air. Right? It starts dancing and playing around with all the little
opening up,
a little flavor, right? And some of you have or may have heard of something called a Venturi.
I got one of those. Yep.
You got one of those, or some kind of aerator.
Yep.
It's all designed to push air through and to touch more of the wine, to create and open it up. You get a bigger bouquet. It just feels more full-bodied. So if you have like a not-so-great wine, you can actually make it a little bit better by pushing it through one of those devices.
Because let's face it, and I've heard sommeliers say this years ago, and it kind of stuck with me. When a waiter or a sommelier brings a bottle of wine to your table and he uncorks it and sets it on your table to breathe, how much do you really think it's going to breathe out of that little small hole in the top of the bottle in the 5 minutes that it might sit there? So you know, what I'm trying to say and what Kim was explaining is take your average bottle of white wine and open it up an hour before dinner and pour it into a decanter and let it sit for a little while and let it get happy and dance around. It's going to taste a lot better, and you're going to be happier with it. Right?
You're right. And if anything else, give it a try.
Yeah,
right?
Why not?
If you're not sure if it is, right, just give it a try. And
or in a glass vase. You don't have to go buy an expensive decanter.
No,
there are
yeah,
crazy looking decanters,
Right.
you know, but you'll want a nice decanter once you see how this works.
And by the way, if you are out and a sommelier brings out a bottle of wine, he should recommend, how about I decant this for you? Or he'll do it already. He'll bring over a decanter and pour it in there because he knows that it needs time to breathe.
Right.
And he may even recommend, hey, this is going to need a good amount of time. Why don't you wait?
I've even seen restaurants, particularly on Disney Cruise Line, I'll mention that again, they'll decant a glass of wine for you.
Yeah.
And they'll actually take out of the bottle, pour your glass through a decanter, and then pour it in your glass, you know, which, you know, again, it's not optimal, but it's going to get a little extra air in there, and it's going to taste better. Right.
And it's all about the time, right? Because some wines need more time to breathe. So you're just giving them that time. You know, there's oftentimes we've had friends over, and when I know it's happening, if we're doing something on the grill with a nice steak, I'll pour it even a couple hours beforehand with some wines, just to let it sit, because it's not going to hurt anything.
Right.
Right? It's just going to open up, and you're going to go, wow, this is like really a great wine.
Yeah. So, point is, decant your average red wines, and they're going to taste better. Decant your really good wines, and they're going to taste even better. Right?
Yeah.
Try it. And if you need a decanter, now this is where I come to my point. My good friend here, Rhino Ken, has Rhino Wino and rhinowinegear.com, and you can check out all kinds of wine accessories like decanters, like bags, glasses.
Wine bags, glasses, you name it, even gifts, special custom gifts where we actually have like wine barrels, the end of the wine barrel that are custom designed with like somebody's name on it, makes a great gift.
Check them out. If you have that special wine person in your life and you're looking for a really great gift for them, if you really want to blow them away with how much you love them and appreciate them and know their knowledge of wine and their desire to drink really good wine, check out his site, because he has really great gifts for that wine person in your life, right, in your family.
Absolutely. And just one last thing, you know, I always felt that in starting that business, I wanted to make sure I gave back, and a portion of the proceeds from everything from rhinowinegear.com goes to help save the rhino and a variety of charities to help save that endangered species of rhino. And we just, back on the 22nd of September was World Rhino Day. In case you missed it, it was there. But anyway, it's a really important cause for us, and really glad to be giving back. You know,
well, that's awesome. So there you go. You can do something really good for the environment, and something that'll make you feel really good, and then something really nice for that wine lover in your life or in your family as well, right? Well, we've got some food to try here.
We do.
I'm dying to jump into this steak and see how it's going to pair with this wine that we have. What's this wine that we're going to have here, Ken? Can you got that?
I'm going to go for my other notes that are more well lit.
Your electronic notes.
So it is a Fielding Estate Red Concepcion. As you call it. It's basically, it's a red, it's a combination of Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Cab, and Syrah. It's like a medium red that's out there. You're probably going to taste some maybe blackberry, plum, licorice.
Oh yeah, nice.
Okay.
Nice. Now this steak is really awesome. The mushrooms in it, it's really good. We've got I'm not sure exactly what the sauce is. I'm going to read it to you and tell you. If they tell us.
It's a truffle butter sauce, I believe.
It's a wild mushroom beef fillet with a truffle butter sauce. Oh, there you go. Look at you.
Sometimes the memory actually does.
You just nailed it right on the head there. All right, now I've got to try this. So I think that's working for you. Now listen, I'm gonna pick this up just because I wanted to see this. Now they are cooking this steak right out here in the marketplaces. But look at that, Ken. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Now that is just cut right now. And look how nice and pink that is. Tender, rare, ready to go. Not overcooked, and just wonderful. And what do you think of that truffle butter sauce?
That is awesome. That is awesome.
And how does it pair with the red? What do you think about the Concepcion there?
I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, it's really, you know, steak and red wine.
Dude.
You know, that's like. It's
just a guy thing, isn't it? Well, it's a girl thing too in a lot of houses.
Absolutely.
I don't want to make it sexist here, but you know, guys love steak. Guys love wine and steak, right? I mean, I do.
I do too. So really well done.
Man, that's so good.
So now that is the filet. Now they don't always pair every food item with a wine there. They usually have one selection of both, but they usually have more than one food item.
Yep.
And the soup is kind of like crazy, right?
I gotta try this soup. Now this soup, both of these dishes, actually I should say, these are both signature dishes from Le Cellier, which is the signature dining restaurant here in Canada at the Pavilion year round. So you can dine at Le Cellier for lunch or dinner at Epcot year round. So Canada, the marketplace for Food and Wine Festival, is putting both of their best feet forward, I guess, with their signature filet with this sauce and their signature cheddar cheese soup with the pretzel bread. So when you come into Canada, Le Cellier, to have dinner, you're going to be presented some local area Canadian breads, you know, and one of that's going to be a sourdough and one of that's going to be a pretzel bread. And this pretzel bread goes so well with this cheddar cheese soup. Oh, dude. I'm telling you what, that's love in a bowl right there, man. I'm going to dip a little bit of this in there just like that. And then I'm going to move it over here so you can just indulge. There you go.
Here you go, I got that. Slide that over
out of the way for you.
All right, I got mine.
Wow, that cheese soup is so rich. I want to say it's made with Moosehead beer. I don't think it's going to say here.
Oh man,
Isn't that good? So good? That is so rich. I mean, they've been cooking that so good for so long, they can't go wrong, you know? Mm. Yep, got a rich cheese flavor, and that pretzel bread, just like I said, you know, it's just meant for one another, right?
You should take a piece of steak and put it in that cheese soup.
Oh, dude, don't tempt me. Because I will. Because we've got
just take that whole piece there. Take that whole piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna
take the whole piece.
I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Look. All right, here we go. Oh, dude, you're onto something there. Try that. You are definitely onto something there. So do you remember years ago how we paired the empanada? So over in Argentina, now it's Patagonia. So remember with the beef skewer, they serve us that chimichurri sauce.
Yes.
Right? And we started asking for the chimichurri sauce on the side of our empanada.
Yep.
I think that's going to be a thing. People are going to start dipping their steak in their cheddar cheese soup. Yeah. Because I've seen people ordering the empanada with the chimichurri on the side. So I think we're going to start another trend here, bro.
Well,
it's all your fault.
It was screaming, dipping me, jumping me.
Right.
Wow, that is awesome.
That is really good. That soup is off the chain, man. It's so good.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that great?
That is awesome.
Isn't that great? You know what else is great?
Yes.
Hanging out with you at Food and Wine Festival,
I'm having
man.
such a great time.
I just love this, you know. I can't believe that our 31 days have come to an end. But
what a ride.
I got to tell them about this. So all festival long, I've been telling you about this little cool thing that you can get here. This is new last year, and this year they brought it back again for the 21st annual Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. If you go to the festival center, pick up a gift card, and put $200 on this special gift card, they will give you this commemorative lanyard. So the lanyard costs you no more, just for putting $200 on your card, which you're probably going to spend at least half of that at the festival. Let's face it. If you're here for a couple of days at Disney World, you're eating at some restaurants, you're doing some things, you can use your gift card at restaurants, at theme parks, whatever, or you can just use it right here at the festival, use it up. Or if you didn't use your money, you could bring it back on your next trip. But my point is, just for loading $200 on the gift card, you can pick up this nice commemorative lanyard.
Yeah.
So that brings me to another point. I want to thank our good friends over at Kingdom Magic Vacations, my wife Leslie, who runs Kingdom Magic Vacations for us, and her generous grant every year, which allows us to come to Food and Wine Festival and represent Kingdom Magic and represent Travel with Rick. Because of that, you know, we're able to do this. So we want to first thank them, but then thank you guys for watching and say, I have a couple of these now, thanks to Leslie and Kingdom Magic, and a nice clean one that I haven't worn all sweaty around the park all
brand
month
new fresh,
long.
yeah.
Brand new fresh one. We have not a contest, we have a
challenge.
We have a challenge. There you go. We have a challenge. So here's how it's going to work. Okay. Tomorrow or sometime next week, we're going to do a blog post and we're going to mention this. And in that blog post, we're going to simply ask the question. You mentioned about the pairings and the food and the wine.
Yeah.
Many of the pairings this year, Ken, we've noticed, are food and beer. So here's my challenge. Go through our episodes, or you can't find it in the guidebook. I really wish that they posted the pairings in the book. It would make it a lot easier. But they're on the placards that are outside the marketplaces, and we have pictures of all of those in our blog post. So you can do a little research if you want this. If you want to do a little research, here's what I'm asking. go through the marketplaces. Tell me how many of the official, not anything that we talked about or not anything that we made up, but the official pairing for that marketplace. Tell me how many are food and wine and how many are food and beer. Whoever gets it correct will put your name into a drawing, and for a domestic winner, can't ship it international, so you have to be in the continental United States.
US, yes.
Yeah, continental United States only. We're going to pick one lucky winner, and I'm going to send you your very own commemorative 2016 Epcot Food and Wine lanyard. How about that?
That's awesome.
No gift card included.
Good
Sorry.
disclaimer.
We already used the gift card up. You'd be out of luck. You can have the plastic card. Unfortunately, it has no money left on it.
It was good.
It was good. We enjoyed it. We really did. We really did. But that's my challenge to you. If you want to win a lanyard, go through and just see. I think it'll be fun just to see, because I don't know. I don't even know the answer yet. I'm gonna have to do the research myself. I just know there were a lot more beer pairings this year, and so we just thought that would be a cool thing. Yeah, we thought that'd be a cool thing just to go back and look how many beers and how many wines. Huh?
Yeah, that'll be a fun thing, and you know, it's really opening up to a wider audience.
It really is.
Some folks that, hey, maybe they're not, you know, wine is not their thing.
Beer's
and
good.
That's fine. Beer is good too.
All right. So I see the counter on our timer. I think we've gone way past our time. But you know, 31 days, the last episode, we just got to do a little extra. You know,
we do.
My friend, I just want to tell
you,
thank you so much for coming out year after year. We've been doing this for a number of years now, and it's just such a pleasure hanging out with you and getting to do this, man.
Well, Rick, thank you for having me, and it's always a pleasure. I look forward to it every year.
It's a blast.
And you know, this year I got to say, I was like, boy, it's getting close. I haven't gotten an email from Rick.
I know, I was slacking, wasn't I? You're
it,
kind of wondering, is he going to call me? Yeah.
Is it happening? Is it not happening? No, I'm joking.
Absolutely. I always round up my usual suspects. I want to give a big thanks to Ken, Amanda, Mark, Chris, Leslie, Lisa Wilk, who am I missing? Tony, everyone that's come out, everyone that's supported us, John, everyone that's you know, made this year's festival happen, all the food and wine chefs, all the Disney cast members that put this thing on. Man, they're out here sweating in the heat, putting this thing on. This is a lot of work. They do it year after year.
And delivering great food at all these kiosks.
I mean, you saw that steak. I mean, that thing is cooked to perfection.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be easy to overdo it, put it out there, and be okay with it, and they're not. You know, I mean, their quality control here is outstanding.
They care about what they put out there.
And every year this thing gets bigger and bigger, more demanding. It grows every year. They do more. They make it better every year. And so our hats are off to you, Chef Greg. Everybody that puts this festival on, thanks very much. It's been amazing. Cool. Thanks to you, man. And always a pleasure.
And thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, man. I tell you, it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, I will say. You know, being away from home, doing all this, you know, it's a lot of work, but boy, it's a lot of fun. We love doing it just for you guys. That's why we do it. You know, if you guys keep watching, hey, we'll keep coming out. That's what we do.
That's what it's about.
All right, cool. All right, well, guys, thanks for watching. I can't say check back tomorrow, but you better check back tomorrow, because there might just be something. You never know when I might throw in a little bonus. And definitely got to get a blog post up, and want to give you guys a chance to win, not this sweaty lanyard, but one of your own. All right?
That sounds good.
Thanks, guys. Loved bringing you the 2016 annual Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. See you next year.
Cheers.
So long.